say that it's scammy, but it's just like the way that they run their business is a little bit different. It's not to code. Like some of them are. I have worked for some really, really good Vietnamese nail shops that were really on top of their shit. But for the most part, like there have been some salons that I have worked at where it's like, for instance, I'm going to be cut and clear on this one. Hey guys, what's up? If you guys want to ask anything, you're more than welcome to. So when it comes to working in the Vietnamese, nail shops and stuff like that, one of my biggest pet peeves that I just do not like is the fact that a lot of them use the cheese grater. So let's get on the topic of the cheese grater. Okay, so the cheese grater is federally illegal. It's illegal. I could lose my license using that thing. Like, you're not supposed to use that thing. And I don't like using it. And when people ask me to use it, I'm like, are you the cops? Like, what do you want? And they're like, what do you mean? You're not supposed to use that shit on your feet. I don't even use that. And my feet are fucking baby ass soft. They're soft as fuck. Whenever I see a lot of my clients that come to me and I see their heels, I'm like, you were using the cheese grater, weren't you? Because literally the cheese grater is going against the grain of your skin. It's literally hacking off your skin. So it'll be baby smooth and all that for 2 days, and then that shit will look like you've been walking all my goddamn life. All my life I had to fight. That's what your feet will look like with that cheese grater. I kid you not. Like, I've had to literally, like, it's been a hassle with my clients' feet that have used the cheese grater, getting it back to health, like using the pumice stone, making them wear freaking lotion in their socks and shoes, like just to soften up that skin because it's traumatized. Like, yes, literally. I hate saying this, but like, I'm not being biased, but being here in Chicago, and I've noticed that there are a lot of Vietnamese shops compared to on the West Coast. There's more, how I can put it, American, like up to I don't know how, I don't want to be fucking rude or nothing like that, but like the products that they're using out here, like it'd be illegal as fuck. They're using MMA, acrylic, they're using the cheese graters, like, and then they come to me and I'm just like, damn, these motherfuckers done fucked you up bad. Now I gotta fix it. What would you recommend to use? What brand pumice stone do you use? I use a whole bunch of stuff. Like, I use whatever I can. I just go to the nail supply store, and when it's time for a pedicure, I'll buy either the purple pumice stone that comes in the pack, that comes in the spa pack with the nail pusher and the nail pusher and like the scraper or whatever. I don't need to be using that shit. And then, with the pumice stone. And then 2, I will give it to my clients and stuff, to take home so that they can use it themselves. Pumice stones, like really, really good ones, you can get from the nail store. You can even find them at like Walgreens or Walmart or whatever, and they're reusable. So you can do that option as well, but those ones are usually like $10. Well, you can find some good ones, but if you're really doing like pedicures repetitively, like you don't really want to spend the money on that, so you can recommend that to your client. But I usually use the ones that are just throwaway type of pumice stones. And then I also use like sugar scrubs and things like that on my clients' feet as well to help with that, the result of the cheese grater. So I really do some like, I literally feel, never mind, let me not even say it like that. I'm not going to talk bad. I don't want to talk bad about the girls that be getting the cheese grater on their feet. So to each his own. But anywho, let me see. Let me go on my questions. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. Hold on one second. I just want to make sure I'm not missing any questions. Hold on one second. Pumice stone. Another thing also for the feet that I like to use on my clients that like to use the cheese grater. Like, I literally will tell my clients, like, that, like, if you do that, go ahead, cool. Like, you're going to do whatever you want with your own feet, but it's going to look crusty. Like, it looks crusty. It's crusty. Like, you can put so much lotion and freaking oil on your feet, but after that cheese grater, I'm sorry, shorty, like, your shit is not about to be cute in fucking 3 days. Like, I'm just keeping it honest with you. It's just not. It's just not. And that's something that a lot of people in the Asian salons, like, the reason why they will tell you, yeah, it's good for you, because they're trying to upsell you. They want the extra $5, and that extra $5 you're going to have to keep spending to get that shit off again. So it's like, once they do it, they already know the damage is there. Then when you come back in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you're like, damn, my feet are all fucked up. Now I need to get the same shit. You're paying that extra $5 each time. It's an upsell. Me personally, like, I know little things in the industry, and it's like about money, which I understand that, but just me personally, like, if someone asks me for that, I'm gonna tell them, like, no, I don't want to do it too. It's illegal. But if you really, really want it, I'm telling you, it's gonna mess up your feet. I still want it. All right, don't complain with me when it messes up. Simple as that. Like, I literally will tell people, like, am I not the one with the license? Did I not go to school? Did I not pay $10,000 to get this license? Like, I guess not. So I guess I don't know shit, whatever. But so many people are just so used to going to those type of shops and not being educated on the health of their feet. To another thing that I think it is like, on the West Coast, there's been so many lawsuits and people actually dying from nail salons. So I think that's another reason why, like, our state board is on our heels when it comes to the West Coast, because there's just been too many complaints. Like, there's just been too many people that have died from literally being nicked, people catching funguses and stuff. And like, that's another thing I really feel like people should start doing out here, which I don't understand. Like, don't let these salons just give you like that green stuff under your nail. That's fungus. Like people are literally, I hate saying this, but being here and seeing and like taking my clients finding me and stuff, and then I'm looking at their nails and I'm like, these shops that they've been going to, they really don't care. Like, the products that they're using is not good. Like I said, MMA, okay, this is gonna be a shocker probably to a lot of people, but MMA, the acrylic that a lot of these shops use is literally the same acrylic to make your fake teeth. I asked my dentist about it. And he's Vietnamese. I love him. But anyways, he was telling me his damn self, like, it's for teeth. That's why when it breaks your own nail naturally. Like, I've done my research in school. Like, it's federally illegal too, but they still use it. And one of the reasons why they use it is because it's cheap. Like, another nail tech that, hey guys, if you guys want to ask anything, definitely slide the comments down below. But there's a few nail techs that are actually pretty well known that do use MMA acrylic. Like, for instance, I think her name is Lovely Mimi or something like that. Like, she's Vietnamese and she swears by it, and that's because that's a part of her culture. So, you know, she's gonna stick with what she wants to use, but based off of like the education I've gotten, I'm gonna just trust my school. Like, I'm not gonna trust somebody else. Like, if my school literally just said, you're not supposed to use this and this is why you're not supposed to use this, I'm not going to do it. So simple as that. Hey, Crean, I still have your art. I don't know where the hell it is right now. I just moved. I want to put your stuff up. I need to buy some more of your artwork, chick. I love your artwork. You're like, I need to actually, where is this girl's stuff? I don't know. Anyways, she's a great artist. If you guys see her in the comments, she's a great artist. She's a really great artist. But yeah, back to what I was saying though about working in the Vietnamese shops and stuff like that. Like, there's some of them are good, some of them are bad. Like that comes with anything and anywhere you're at. Are you in Chicago? Yeah, I'm still in Chicago right now, temporarily. I'm spending 2 weeks in Chicago and 2 weeks in Atlanta. I'm possibly thinking about relocating to Atlanta. You're welcome. You're a great chick. Keep doing what you're doing. But yeah, I'm still in Chicago. I'm still here. I did close down my shop for about like 5 months, just to take some time for myself. I was dealing with a lot. Chicago is definitely cutthroat. Like, I've dealt with a lot of shady people out here, so like, I literally just had to take a step back and just be like, what the fuck, reevaluate stuff and just restart over. And that's kind of what I did, because like I said, I've dealt with some crazy clients here in Chicago. Like, coming from Vegas, and like Vegas is like just, I don't know, it's like living in Candyland or some shit. I'm exaggerating, but I'm just saying, like, it's so different. And then coming here and just like la-di-da-di-da-di, like high expectations and happy and all types of stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, like these bitches are so, these people be, not everybody, but a lot of these people out here be on some bullshit. They be on some bullshit. Yes, I do. I have my own suite. So right now, I'm renting out a big suite right now. I'm in the Bronzeville area. I'm in it right now. I use this for YouTube as well. So I was in a smaller suite, but I was like, I really need some room too. I do nail classes in here as well, but I mostly use this space for YouTube and stuff because, like I said, I'm more so online than I am servicing. So, that's just how I do stuff. But, yeah, I do have my own shop right now. I've been having my own shop. I was working in salons and stuff, but I just posted a YouTube video about my experience working in a lot of these shops here in Chicago. I haven't worked at a whole bunch of them, but the ones I worked at were anyways, go watch the YouTube video. I talk about the salon, I name drop it, and I have receipts too. Like I was saying back, like being here in Chicago and I'm not from here, like I've just seen like how I came here very optimistic, and it's been a hassle. It's been a hassle, at least working in the nail salons. Like when it comes to working by myself, like I said, I've always had a following, so it hasn't been hard for me to find clientele or anything like that. They find me. But when I wanted to go into the shops and stuff like that, like it was the same thing that I kind of had a problem with in Chicago. Except for the last salon that I was working at, which was the #1 salon in Vegas. Like, they weren't on no jealous type of time, but a lot of shops here in Chicago are definitely on that type of time. Like, a lot of them. And I see why a lot of people work independently here in Chicago, because the shops are definitely different here in Chicago. Like, I'm not trying to, like, say not all the shops here are bad, but it's a different culture here when it comes to the nail service industry. Coming from the entertainment world and things like that, and like your clients are dancers and they're entertainers, you're gonna be dealing with different types of people, versus here in Chicago, like it's predominantly like 9 to 5 people, like I was saying earlier. Nothing's wrong with that, but it is a different type of nail, so you are dealing with different types of people. Two, you have to understand like the surroundings that you're in and what people are going through, and like how the system is built up. Like it's just a lot that comes with being in Chicago. And like I said, like, I'm not from here. I'm not built for this at all. Like, I've moved around a lot here in Chicago, and it's like one of my experience, like I said in my YouTube video I just posted, it's just so different here compared to the West Coast. The West Coast is so progressive versus here in Chicago. I'm from Vegas. I'm from Las Vegas, Sin City. I am from Sin City, baby. I'm from Vegas. Vegas, baby. Like, and I'm in uncharted territory. Like, I wanted to come to Chicago only because, like, my family originated here, you know, when everybody moved from the South. And so I was like, let me come to Chicago. My birth certificate does say Chicago, but I didn't really grow up here, so I don't really know Chicago like that. Like, I'm more of like a visitor than anything. I don't really know Chicago like that. I know little things, but when I was a child, I grew up in Vegas. I went to middle school, high school. I traveled a lot when I was a kid, but when we settled down in Vegas, like, I went to middle school, high school, college, and then nail tech school in Vegas, and then I moved to Chicago. So, like I said, I'm not even from here. I'm not from here at all. Hold on one second. Let me make sure I'm staying on top of stuff. I'm going to answer a couple more questions. Like I said, I'm only going to be on here for an hour, and I have 20 more minutes left. I don't want to make this live too long. Let me see. Okay. So another question that I have is, why is this? What is the difference between a manicure license and a cosmetology license? Okay. I think, with this question, from Portia Coleman on YouTube, I'm answering questions from YouTube as well. So when it comes to that, it really depends on your state. Me personally, I'm really not sure. I've never heard of a manicurist, like just strictly manicures. I've never in my life heard of that. I've never heard of that before. So I can't really answer that question. When it comes to manicure license, like I only know cosmetologist, which does hair, SD, and nails. Like that's the umbrella, cosmetology. And then like under that umbrella, you have hairstyle. Well, the cosmetologist can do everything, but then you have the SD, and then you have the nail tech. So I really don't know about manicures. Like I don't think manicures can do acrylics, but I really don't know. Two, also with your license and stuff like that, when it comes to my license, I am a licensed nail tech. I got my license, like I said, I'm from Nevada. I got my license in Nevada. I clocked 900 hours. Yes, 900 hours in Nevada. The requirements are a lot higher. Jeez. But it made it easier for me because when it comes to moving to other states, I literally can show them my hours. And since I have 900 hours, they just literally tell me to pay a fee, and then I get my license, what's called endorsed. So they just honor my license from Nevada because they're like, you got 900 hours, like you don't need to take any additional classes, so just pay this fee. Here you go, here's your license. So that's been a blessing coming from Vegas. It's easier to go to all these other states because of the high requirements that the West Coast puts on us. Okay, let me see. Let me read some of these questions. A lot of shops in Chicago don't know how to do creative stuff like you, which I understand. I understand that. And like I said, I posted a YouTube video talking about that. Like, I understand what I bring to the table and things like that. And I'm willing to work as a team player, but it was getting to the point of where like shops didn't want to promote my work like at all. Like people didn't even want to put me on the website where people could even find me. They would have to just pop up to the salon to see me in the salon. And I'm just sitting here like, I'm literally sitting in your shop. I have a shop of my own. I'm sitting in your shop. Two, I wasn't even trying to take clients. Like I was just trying to see what different sides of Chicago was like because two, I'm not from here. So I was just trying to figure out like, where do I want to live type of thing. Like, do I want to work at this shop? Do I want to work over here? So I was just really trying to see where I wanted to be at. And two, like I said, when it comes to my suite, I do a lot of my detailed nail art and my YouTube videos for that. So like when it comes to the nail salon, it's more faster nail art type of thing. So I'm not about to be painting Gunna in the nail salon unless I'm in that type of nail salon, kind of like how I was in Vegas. Like we were known to do that type of stuff. So the clients that were coming in, they knew they were going to be sitting for 3-4 hours versus here, most people, like you said, aren't used to that. So when it came, like I said, when it came to working in the nail salons and stuff here, like they wouldn't want to promote me. Two, they didn't even want to put me on the website because they were like, you know, you do Instagram and YouTube. I'm like, who gives a flying fuck? I'm trying to make money with you guys. And they, as Chicago people would say, they was in their fifis. And I was just like, bitch, I'm trying to make some money. But it's whatever. I was trying to be a team player. They didn't like that. A lot of people felt like I was a threat, and I'm not even on that type of time. Like I said, I'm not from here. I can just pick up my shit and leave. Like, I'm not from here. It was that easy to move to Chicago. It's that easy to leave. Like, simple as that. But I was trying to be a team player, and it just was not. And so, with that being said, I went to a lot of I went to this other nail salon owner. I just did a YouTube video about it, but I talked to a couple of nail tech owners here in Chicago that are very positive, and they did tell me, they were like, don't take no offense to what I'm about to say. I'm just the messenger from the person that is from Chicago. They told me, like, it's vultures out here. Like, it's vultures out here. People look at people and they think of them as a threat for some reason. Instead of working with them, they rather be haters. Like, and I've just never experienced that coming from the West Coast. Like, we all help each other. So coming out here and I'm like, I'm willing to help, and then they're not trying to like work with me. It's been like, that's where I'm from, we would call that weirdo. And people in Chicago, like, I'm looking at you and calling you a goofy. Like, that's how I'm going to translate it. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Like, we're trying to make money. I understand that, but it was just weird energy. So that's why I was like, I'm not going to be working in the salon. Like, the ones that I was working in, I kept leaving. Two, I was noticing racism and stuff also in a lot of the salons. Like, that's a whole nother story when it comes to racism, but I don't even want to get on the topic of that. Like, not right now. I don't really talk about that, but that's something I really did peep here in Chicago. Like I said, coming from the West Coast, and there's strippers and escorts and sex workers and gay people, and then coming to Chicago and it's homophobic and it's racist, and it's so different. It's so different for me here. Anything we should know as a beginner? Bitches be hating. Simple. Like, just stay focused. Just know what you want to do. Stick to your plan. Don't pay attention to what anybody else got going on. Like, everybody's path is going to be different, but post what you want to post. You'll get the kind of client you want. Be humble. Have some humble beginnings, because I've been looking at a lot of new nail techs nail prices, and I'm just like, I started at $20, and I'm looking at the new nail techs like, why the fuck are you charging $65? Like, I'm charging $65 because my work looked like it, and I've been doing this shit for 3 years. I started at 20, like, not saying anything, but I'm just like, it's not, the math ain't mathin'. You pay what you're worth. So I'm just like, ask yourself that question. Am I really worth $65? Like, you can look at your work and know if your work is worth, like, ask yourself, would you pay that much money? Ask yourself that question, and you'll have the answer. And that's kind of how I go about when it comes to my prices. I look at my work and I'm like, oh no, I'm lowballing myself. What the hell? It's time to up the price. So definitely just stay to your path. Just don't pay attention to what anybody else got going on. If someone wants to help you, cool. But just know the industry that we work in is full of feminine energy, so it's a lot to deal with. What area would you pick for good clientele doing nail art sets? So when it comes to Chicago, like I said, being from Vegas, we're already artsy-fartsy and stuff, so everybody's just gonna flock type of thing. When it comes to Chicago, I've been all over the place. It depends on what you want to do here in Chicago. Like I said, I worked on the south side. Well, I think it's called the east side. I worked on the east side, and I worked downtown. And yeah, I worked downtown, and I've been in contact with some people on the west side, which are, man, they're amazing. They are amazing. They're amazing. I talk about it on my YouTube video. The west side, I haven't worked over there yet. I haven't gone over there, but that team over there, like, they on they shit. But I was working on the east side at this one nail salon, and like, I had a really bad experience over there too. You just need to follow, unfortunately, this is gonna sound really bad, but you need to follow where the money is. Like, if you know that, you have to just look at the demographic. That's something we learned in nail school, is you have to set your prices based on the demographic area. So if you want to really do nail art, I've noticed, like, when I was working on the east side, I was getting a little bit of nail art, but when I was working downtown, I was getting a lot of nail art, but it was because of the demographic area that I was in. So, of course, there's more money downtown, so those people downtown, there's tourists and stuff like that, so people out of town are willing to spend a little bit more money. So it's going to be a little bit different versus people that live on the south side, or even on the north side. I was on the north side for a minute, and what area was that? Wicker Park area. That's where I started with my suite. I did leave from that suite due to parking and like a whole bunch of other reasons why I closed down from over there. But you just have to follow where the artsy type of people are. So like I said, right now I'm in the Bronxville area, so it's up and coming. It's kind of artsy fartsy. Hyde Park's around the corner, so I'm in this area and I'm attracting more of that type of clientele. Or like I said, on the north side, Wicker Park area was good. Logan Square area was pretty cool. The downtown area is more like, they will get acrylics and stuff like that, but those are really, really business people. So you're probably going to be getting like the business people's kids. So yeah, they're probably not going to be getting like the super, super long nails and stuff like that. So just look at the demographic area that you're in and question, like, would they even get nail art over here type of thing. You have to do that with every city though. Yeah, there's gonna be haters everywhere. You're okay, so you're currently in Chicago too. Hey guys, you guys can ask anything. Okay, so yeah, like I don't want anybody like I said, I'm not from here, so I'm an outsider looking in. So like listen, there's probably a lot of good nail salons out here. Like I said, I met a couple of nail salon owners here on the west side of Chicago, and they are very positive. I asked them about like what's going on in Chicago, and they told me what it was like. So with that being said, it may be hard for you to find a shop here due to, you know, competition. But like I said, you know what you can personally deal with in a salon. Me personally, like I said, the things that I was dealing with was like preventing me from making money. So I really needed to leave these salons that I was working at. But, you know, you just switch around. That's another thing as a nail tech. You don't have to stay somewhere you don't like. There's literally nail salons on every corner, literally. Go to the next one. One don't make you happy. One don't give you as much money as you want. One doesn't give you benefits like you want. Leave. Like, leave. Know your worth. Leave. Like, seriously. But yeah, the only reason why I'm personally moving from Chicago is just because I really want to focus on my nail art, and I still can do my nail art here. That's why I am going to be still part-time here in Chicago, because I really love my clients here. They've definitely grown on me a lot. Like, I really fuck with my clients. The loyalty here. Now, let's talk about some loyalty coming from Vegas. Like, Vegas is a different ball game. People here in Chicago, when they find somebody that they like, they will stick with them. Like, I've had some of my clients like tell me they haven't gotten their nails done in months because they either couldn't get in with me or something was going on, and they like, I've never experienced that. So that is like one of my favorite pros about Chicago when it comes to clientele. So, and that's another reason why like I'm still here part-time, because I really built like a really good bond with my clients and servicing them. And two, these people like get a lot of nail art and stuff like that. So that's why I'm making it a habit to come back up to Chicago. Hold on one second. Let me keep scrolling. But what is a good way to branch out by yourself? Okay, so I will say one of the reasons why it was so easy for me is because of social media. I'm not gonna even cap with you guys. Like, if it wasn't for social media, I probably would have a harder time, in all honesty, getting my stuff out. Because yes, I do have my Instagram, like a lot of people say like, oh, you only have 8,000 people on here. Yeah, that's Instagram alone. I have 9,000 on YouTube, and that's where I started. So more people see my YouTube videos. I have like 52,000 views on one of my videos. Like, I get a lot of viewing online, so that's how a lot of people find me. So when it comes to branching out, I will say like the way that my school taught us to do it is, it's called Guerrilla Marketing. You really have to do some groundwork. That's really what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to start. So everybody has to start somewhere. I even had to start somewhere. So you just find a shop that you really like and start promoting there. If you want to stay there, stay there. If you want to get into a suite, you're really gonna have to do the marketing and the behind the scenes of things, and that can be very tedious. Like buying supplies, keeping the lights on, buying files, like. It's a lot to run your own. Like, I literally had a day blocked off just to do paperwork for my suite. So you literally are the nail tech and you're the employer at the same time. And that's why I now see why salons charge the 60-40 split or the 70-30 split, because I'm like, it's a lot that goes behind the business side of things. So when it comes to branching off, like I said, just have one thing that's good about Chicago. If you don't have a good social media platform, what you guys could do, have business cards. And like I said in the beginning of this video, pass them out. Go to restaurants, go to bars, and ask them like, hey, can I leave my business cards here? Someone is bound to see your stuff, especially here in Chicago. I've noticed that like people like business cards, pass them out. What's your fave set you've ever done? I'm gonna go on to some more questions. What's my favorite set I've ever done? Good question. I don't have a favorite. I really don't. Well, if I have to be picky and biased, probably my Gunna set, because that album inspired my name. So I guess I could just say that. Yeah, like I got my name from listening to that album. Like, everyday type shit. And I was like, I like this name. I'm gonna name myself Drippy Nails. So I will say maybe that's my favorite nail set. Definitely a different world. Do you still use acrylic paint, or have you gone to gel paint? No. So when it comes to my YouTube channel, I have been doing more videos on gel because I know that a lot of nail techs use gel. So just to be a little bit more diverse, I've gotten into using gel and things like that, just to open up, open up things on YouTube. And teach on that. But I still use my acrylic paint. I have been using gel recently on some of my clients. Like, I do still have gel polish if my clients ask for it, and I do still use it. But when it comes to like my detailed nail art, no, acrylic ain't nothing hitting like acrylic. I'm sorry. Like, that stuff gets super detailed. Like I said, I may not know how to use the nail art gel that well, but when it comes to acrylic paint, like, you guys have seen my pictures. I can get super detailed with that stuff. So I use a combination now. If somebody really wants me to use gel, I'll use gel. But when they really want some like detailed nail art, like that's on my page, it has to be acrylic paint. Okay. So let me make sure I'm not missing any questions. Okay, guys, like I said, I'm going to stay on here for maybe like 5 more minutes. So I'll take 2-3 more questions, and then I'm going to head off of this live, and then I'm going to post this live on my YouTube channel. So if you guys want to ask any more questions, definitely let me know. I will be doing more lives more often. I know it's Friday, so everybody probably outside or something like that. So I will try and make more time to be on live like I was last year. Like I said, I am doing a lot right now, so I'm really having to stick to a schedule. So yeah, I will try to get on on Instagram lives. I'll probably think about doing a YouTube live. Doing YouTube lives is a lot more strategic than coming here on Instagram. So I'm not sure if I would do that. I think I'm probably going to just stick with this. And then once I figure out the YouTube live and my connection and all types of stuff, like, it's a lot when it comes to lives on YouTube. So that's one of the reasons why I come on here. Okay, let me see how many questions. A lot of people don't use acrylic paint when it comes to doing nails. It is definitely different. Like, it is different. But I said, like, in the beginning of this video, oh my goodness, my tattoo is itchy. Like I was saying in the beginning of this video, like, I was painting and stuff before I even got into nails, so it was just easier transition. Do the big companies sponsor you? Yes, I do. I get products sent to me. So whenever I'm doing like reviews and stuff on YouTube, those are all sponsored videos. They sent me products. So Madam Glam, for instance, like, I'm sponsored by them. I'm sponsored by, oh my goodness, I'd have to pull up my list, and it's on my work phone right now. But I do have a lot of sponsorships. I do. So whenever you guys see like a review or something, that's because they sent me something and they want me to talk about it, and I talk about it. When it comes to gel polish, Madam Glam reached out to me, and like I said, I don't typically use gel polish or anything like that, but they reached out to me, and what really sparked my interest with Madam Glam was they're vegan. I'm vegetarian, so I was just like, ooh, okay, this is different. And I was really skeptical about them, but I actually really like their product because they get full coverage with just one coat, and I have not seen any other gel company do something like that. Like, I really haven't. Like, they have a really good collection. Once they come out with a dupe of OPI bubble bath, what is it? OPI Funny Bunny. That's the most biggest color everybody gets in OPI. That's OPI's most famous color. If Madam Glam came out with something like that, they would hit them out the park. I'm not gonna even cap. Like, they're a really good brand. And two, they're vegan, and they're cruelty free. Like, OPI be hurting the animals. But like I said, I'm from the West Coast, and I'm very like pro economy, and like that's just how I am. So I really try to find companies that really fit like me personally. Okay, let me scroll. Okay, hold on one second. second. Let me see. I believe you said you've worked in Atlanta. Okay, so I just came back from it. Okay, I'll answer this one. I just came back from Atlanta. I was out there for a week. I was not supposed to be out there that long, but things went really well. I went out there with, I had hopes, but super low expectations because I don't like to be disappointed with stuff. And things went really well. Like, that's why I'm going back there every month. I'm going back there every month. And then I had Regina Carter post my shit. Like, I'm going back there every month. Like, it was just like Vegas. When I was in Vegas, my first celebrity client, it was my second client. My first client was my friend from nail school. My second client was, his name is Sergio Exclusive. He's Summer Walker's stylist. He was my second client. And then I had this other rapper girl named Stunna Girl. I can't remember where she's from. I know she's from Cali, but that was literally in the first month of me doing nails. And then like 6 months later, I was working at Nailed and Lashed in Las Vegas, and that's when I met the head director of BET Marketing. And I went to BET Soul Train Awards. It was cool as fuck. But yeah, I was doing celebrities like fresh out of school. I already had a job secured and everything in Vegas. Like they wanted me to come while I was still in school, but I'm very by the book, and I was like, I'm not licensed yet. And they're like, chick, come on, like, you were good. But I waited until I got my license before I stepped foot in there. But I have worked with celebrities. I just don't really talk about it too much because I don't really care too much about it. Like, they're just people. Like, everybody's just people. Some people just have more money. Like, I've never been the type of person to really care too much about that type of thing. But like, living in Vegas, you see it all the time. So when you're used to it, it's kind of like to you at that point, but yeah, Atlanta really reminds me of Vegas. It's just in the South. Like, that's literally the difference. So like I said, growing up in Vegas and seeing Lamborghinis on the street and seeing like famous people all the time, like, it's normal. So it's like, you don't think anything of it or nothing like that. But yeah, I am going to be working in Atlanta. I'll be working in, right across the street from Lenox Mall in this place called Phillips Plaza. It's also a mall as well. It's a more high-end mall, but it's in the Buckhead area in Atlanta. I'm going to be working there. I'll be there for 15 days out of the month. So I'll be in Chicago for 15 days. And then I'll be in Atlanta for 15 days. I'm going to be doing this up into October. And depending on how things go, I am thinking about possibly relocating. But like I said, I am still going to be coming up to Chicago, but it'll be kind of like a reverse thing. Like, I will be based in Atlanta, but then I will I'm going to come back to Chicago. Like, I'm still going to come to Chicago. I'm still going to be going back to Vegas like I always do. It just won't be as often. So right now, like I said, I'm splitting my time, doing my pop-up shop out there, and just seeing how things are going. But it's been like, it went a lot better than I thought it was going to go. Oh my god, my locks. I've been locked for 2 years now. I've been locked for 2 years. I've been natural since 2014, and I've been shaving my head literally like every 5 years. But I shaved my head when I moved here to Chicago, let it grow out, and then I got locks, and my hair is still not locked. So that's why I always keep it in these twists and stuff. Like, it just does not stay locked. But yeah, I've been having them for 2 years. But anyways, let me see if there's any more questions, and I'm about to get off of here. All right, cool. Okay, go ahead, girl. I know you on the clock. You already told me. I'll talk to you later. I'm going to upload this video on my YouTube channel for everybody to see if you guys missed it. But like I said, I will try to make a habit of coming back on live more often like I did last year. I just really had to get back on schedule. And two, I've been out of town, traveling, dealing with stuff, dealing with YouTube videos, like dealing with clients. So like I said, I'm one person right now. Before, I did have an assistant, so that's why I was a little bit more online and stuff. But like I said, I took a step back to really think about like what I really want to do. I just had to like process the plan, look at the vision a little bit more clear, and like now I'm like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm about to upload this video on YouTube, so if you missed it, you can definitely run it back on YouTube channel. But I'll see you guys next Friday. If I'm not on next Friday, I'll make an announcement when I will be on live, and it will be on Fridays. Either Fridays or Sundays is when I will be on here. But anywho, I'm about to get out of here and probably edit this video, so I'll talk to you guys later.